We're Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianca. What's happening out there, Dan?
Well, last night we showed you where Salinas was rain-wise for the rainy season, but I wanted to look back at the month that we've seen over the last month and just look at percentage of total rainfall, because some areas actually did pretty well, especially in the mountains where we did get some significant rainfall. So this is just data looking at the last 30 days and comparing that to a normal value. You can see the coastal mountains actually did pretty well. We didn't see much in our inland areas. And we can see that little hole around Salinas where we didn't see quite as much precipitation in our inland valleys, got a little bit on the lower side, including southern San Benito County. But it wasn't all bad news. I just wanted to share that with you. And also up in the Sierra Nevada, we got a significant amount of snow in the central and northern Sierra Nevada, which actually bumped up those numbers a little bit. So state snowpack levels right now, statewide, still 35%. We've been in the 30s for a while now, so that's not good news necessarily. But we're up to 40% in the central Sierra and up to 34% in the northern Sierra. However, the southern Sierra, which didn't really get any snow, or not much anyway, with that last system or two that came through, has actually gone all the way down to 21%. And of course, this is the time of year we are expecting the snow to continue melting as we head into the summer, and we typically lose it, but we're well ahead of schedule with that, which is not obviously good news. In the meantime, our weather pattern looks like this. A weak trough of low pressure coming ashore today. That's giving us some cooler air. We saw cooler temperatures today. Many areas 10 degrees cooler than yesterday. And then another trough will dig in later on this week and cool us even further. So along with these, as they pass through, we're going to continue to see some gusty winds moving through the region. And out there tonight, we're seeing mostly clear skies. A few low clouds trying to develop on those north and west facing slopes of the coastal mountains as moist air is pushed up into the hills there. So I'm expecting patchy low clouds overnight tonight. The wind's slowly dying down a little bit. I don't know what happened to our Futurecast. Go back, Futurecast. There we go. Let's run this again. The wind's slowly dying down overnight through the overnight hours, so that is going to be one thing you'll notice. If you live on the exposed coast, it's still going to be blowing a bit through the overnight hours, but as we head out the door tomorrow morning, the winds will be lighter than they were certainly this afternoon. With that said, heading into tomorrow afternoon, the winds will pick back up again. Gusty northwesterly onshore flow. You'll definitely feel that on the south and east sides of the bay and down along the exposed coast, and then in the valleys, especially later in the afternoon tomorrow. San Juan Bautista into Hollister, the wind always blows there in the summertime, as it does in the Salinas Valley. And tomorrow will be no exception, even though it's not necessarily summertime. And those temperatures will not feel summer-like. We're going to see highs even on our inland valleys in the 60s tomorrow. So another cool day on the central coast, highs in the upper 60s to low 70s across Santa Cruz County, at least on the coast and in the mountains. Farther south, or not farther, let's try that again. On the north coast, Santa Cruz County, Davenport, you'll see a high of only 58 degrees, and Bonnie doing another cool day, barely breaching 60. On the east shore of the bay, we range from mid-60s in Aptos to upper 50s in Marina. We'll be in the mid-60s in Watsonville and Salinas, upper 60s in Hollister, and may squeak out a couple 70s in the Santa Clara Valley. Monterey Peninsula, another cool day with highs only in the 50s. We were there today. It was certainly chilly. I think Monterey only hit 59 today, so 58 your high tomorrow, only 55 in Pacific Grove. Definitely a cooler day out there. And then farther south, we'll see highs in the Salinas Valley in the 60s, and then in some cases down south in the 70s where it'll be comfortable, but many areas below room temperature tomorrow, especially the closer you get to the coast and the farther north you are. So over the next 7 days, temperatures on the coast will rebound a little bit, and we'll get closer to that normal value of around 65 as we head into the weekend. But all the while, the wind's going to keep blowing. Gusty onshore flow will continue. The overall air mass is actually going to warm up quite a bit on the weekend, but you might not notice it on the coast because of those onshore winds. With that said, areas that are sheltered like Santa Cruz from the northwesterly winds will probably warm up, and you'll probably see highs returning to the 70s this weekend, but don't count on it in Pacific Grove or Monterey. Notice I've got watching on the forecast on Monday for both our coastal and inland areas. We will catch the tail end of a weather system passing through. That could bring us some light precipitation. Don't have my hopes up too much, but I think we could get something light out of it. We'll have to watch it, and if that's the case, I'll throw the rain icon on there tomorrow. In the meantime, inland areas cool for the next couple of days, then heading back to normal Friday, and you'll spend the weekend with highs above normal for this time of year. Phil?
All right, looks good. Thanks, Dan.